Now, to be fair, my mother did grow up in a country named after Jesus. But as kids, my older brother and I were living during the apex of entertainment, a time that subsequent generations have been trying to duplicate. The 1980s, Generation X, Generation X's, Slurpees and Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was a lot of fun. But our mom was like, you guys look like you're having too much fun. So I'm going to put you in a post-Protestant evangelical Christian movement founded in rural America in the 19th century by a farmer who was very bad at math. So there we were being told, you must, at all costs, live a life without sin. Oh, drinking Coca-Cola, are we? Rock and roll? Dancing? Movie theaters? What? Let's put a pin in that. Before I go on any further, I'm Dr. Jack Mendoza, clinical depth psychologist with a dash of neuropsychology. In depth psychology, there is a school of thought of you must, at all costs, live a life without ego. And it sounds the same to me. This is why my personal approach, guided by my past, is to objectify one's ego over complete deletion. Essentially, understanding ego and the knowledge that it is just a part of me. Before I understood individuation, it was the psyche structure, the ego, that kept me alive. As the ego lives here, in what we call psychic life. It's when the ego thinks it's in charge or goes haywire with its defenses is when it becomes a problem. Objectifying the ego will always be a constant push and pull, of course, because we are complicated creatures. You will always sin. But to eradicate ego full stop makes me think of the early Christian monastic desert fathers and mothers of the 3rd and 4th century, like Anthony the Great, who tried to live a life without sin and complete solitude in an Egyptian desert. I don't want to create a psychological desert, but I do want you to take note of your ego and ask yourself, is this really me, or is this something my mother forced me to be?